Hello everyone. So now we're going to discuss the stock strats or stock picks for the week. So as you can see, I'm trying this new app or new video setup. It's called the Zoom. So in the Zoom there you can see the presentations of the presenter, not like before in what I usually do. I use the cell phone to do videos like this. So here you can see the actual chart or much clearer chart. Okay, let's proceed. So what are our stock picks for this week? We have BPI, Pure Gold, FGen, Vita, SPH, and MRSGI. So next. First of all, we have the BPI. As you can see, I'm using, by the way, let's enlarge the scales. Let's use a bigger one and the black. There you go. Medyo maliit lang. Yan. Okay. Here you can see the PPI. So first of all, what are the indicators that I use? Usually I use a 50, this one, the moving averages, the 50, 100. Let me show you that. 50, there, 50, 100. Yan. 50, there. Yeah, usually yan yung ginagamit ko, the 50-day moving average, which is the red one, the 100-day moving average, and the 200-day moving average. But since most of the stocks now are on a downtrend or in a reversal position, as you can see here, I will be using a more closer moving average. So for this one, I'll be using a 20-day and a 10-day moving average. So medyo pinalapit lang natin. Also, I'm using a Bollinger Bands, which you can see with this one, yung mga linya na yan. And the volume, of course, and the MACD, and the OBV. So let's start. BPI, as you can see here from the trend-wise, let's do the trend first. It's forming a downtrend previously. But today, or last trading day, the stock went up on a higher position or a higher volume. It ended up with a 5.7% gain. But I'm quite cautious about this one, the candlestick with about that. Next, for the MACD, we have a reversal sign on the MACD. As you can see on the histogram is on the uptrend already. Here I usually use this one. If the trend is going high, so probably it's an uptrend. Then the MACD or the blue one or the MACD sign is crossing over the signal line. While the OBV is a momentum indicator you can use. So the sharper it is and the direction or where the direction is headed, there is where you can project the price is going. So here it's going upwards. Also, it broke out a horizontal resistance line that we did. So those are the things that I'm considering right now for BPI. As you can see also, the moving average of 10 and it crosses over the 10. Now it will cross, hopefully it will cross around 20. For the long-term pattern, let's check on the long-term pattern of that one. There's no quite sign about that one. So we can see the next resistance line at around here. At around, let me just move the camera, 71. Okay, next. So that's, yun lang yung ano natin, no? Those are our basic indicators that we'll be using for today. Next, we have the pure gold. Pure gold for this one, it rallied at around 14%. Diba? So you can see also it has a gap up and a full candlestick right here, a full volume. While here I'm using a 50, 100, and 200 day moving average, pero it already broke out or passed by the 50 and 100 day moving average. Also the Bollinger Bands, it's within or crossed over the top Bollinger Band. So with that, as you can see here, etong mga to, di ba? It's touching the bottom Bollinger Band, so it's continuously headed downwards. For this one, we can see and hopefully it can go up. But for stocks like this or the blue chip or high market cap stocks, usually if they gain a double digit, so most probably they will pull back somehow. So please enter with precaution. Now, for the MACD, it's the histogram is above the zero. Then the MACD sign crosses already above the signal line. Then the OBV is very sharp right here. So what's the possible resistance line? It will be around 40 and 41. That was based here, the long-term trend of that one. So next we have the FGen. For the FGen, same procedure as what we do. First, we'll check on the chart. For this one, we have a downtrend chart. It tried to broke out from this resistance line, pero this is the time where the nCoV virus has already spread out, so that's why it causes this downtrend. Now, for this one, there's a reversal pattern that we can see right here. Now, here, we can see that it is almost approaching the diagonal resistance line that we had. Also, for the 50-day, this is my 50-day moving average, the red one. It is almost, or that is the next target line for the 50-day or for the price to cross the 50-day moving average. I can see a next resistance line here at around 19 or 20. Then we can also see the volume. Last Wednesday, the volume was high. So it lead to the two consecutive positive. So that was around 5% and 0.71%. But again, if you can check the candlestick, it is somehow on a reversal pattern. As you can see here, the candlestick here, the candlestick here, the candlestick here. So may trend siya na parang pag ganyan. So let's see if the price will hold at the resistance line or at the Bollinger Band line. But on the MACD and the OBV, it's all above or going up. Next, we have the Vita. For the Vita, and the long-term trend of that one is this one. I can also use this trend. Diba? And I can use a shorter trend like this one here. For this one, it already crosses the short-term trend that I made. Also the 5-day moving average. Sorry, the 10-day moving average. Excuse me. Then the volume is already formulating to go up. The MACD below is already almost forming a reversal sign here, and the OBV is it is quite or really sharp that it is really, or it might be headed upward right there. So I know you can see the pattern. No? The pattern is really basic. First, you will first check the trend if it is crossing or changing the trend, the support and resistance line. So those are the really basic things that we consider here. So next one. But as you can see right here, it is not almost like that. Meaning, for this one, it already broke the resistance line. But what happened is that the the stock didn't push through with the upward trend or as it broke the resistance line. Also here, the MACD is above the signal line. So it's not all the time that's like that. So you should really enter a trade with a precaution. But um, before you enter a trade, of course, you have a checklist on what are the indicators that you must check first. So now here, we have a diagonal resistance line and horizontal resistance line over here. So it's very critical right there because the positive volume or the two volumes are very high. The 16%, it gained 16% last Thursday. However, it gained 101% only last Friday. But again, the MACD has crossed already and the OBV is going upward. So let me just show some examples on how MACD is really helpful. As you can see here, for the uptrend, if you're gonna look at the MACD only or trade for the MACD, you can gain at around here, the reversal of MACD here, then the OBV uptrend. From there, you can now gain at around, maybe you will sell here as it crosses near. So you can gain around 7% already. So that is a simple technique that you can use, diba? MACD. Then last one, we have the MRSGI or the Metro Retail Stores Group. For the long-term trends, here I have a diagonal resistance line and a horizontal resistance line right there. For this one, I use a 20 and 50 on 100-day moving average. For the 20-day moving average is almost nearing the peak of it, or maybe the crossed it, or mabibreak niya na yung line na yon. The volume is good as well. 3 bars going up. The MACD has crossed and the OBV has crossed. So, di ba? Yun yung mga pwede nating gawing indicators or signs na pwede nang mag-reverse or the stock is going up. Same goes with a stock that is going down. As you can see here, reverse naman, di ba? Reverse. The price is touching the lower Bollinger Bands. The MACD is below the signal line. The OBV is it's quite going down sharply. So, ayun na yung nangyari pababa sa stocks na yun. Okay, so there you have it. I hope you've learned a lot you learned something from this short video. If you have any questions, please do send me a message and I'll be happy to help you. So, thank you for watching and take care and God bless.